everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the start of yet another weekend reading vlog. Hi, hello. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're enjoying your day, whatever you're getting up to. I am just about to head out real quick to go drop some books off at the library, but it is too dark outside that my brain doesn't want to do grocery shopping tonight. I'm just gonna postpone that until tomorrow, but we gotta go return some library books. And this will be the first time since I moved into this place and got my library card that I won't have any library books actually in my place, which is kind of nice because I don't have any holds ready to pick up and the library is actually closed. Yeah, it closed about 3 minutes ago, so I'm just gonna go drop off the books because they're due back. I haven't read any of them because you guys know my reading has been shit. But on that topic, I, the other day, decided to count all of my unread books because I was like, you know what, we're almost at the end of the year. I probably need to do a little update here. I need to do a little rethinking and updating as to what my TBR is, because at the beginning of the year, we were sitting at, we opened up my bullet journal on the goals page, we were sitting at 112. You see that? The second one down? 112 physical books unread. I counted my books, fully panicked, and did an unhaul. So this is what I did. I counted all my books per shelf, per, you know, that cabinet there, the yellow one, and my books sitting there. Counted them all. You can see my math. Yes! 142 unread books currently living in my apartment. But then, because I panicked, I was like, I need to unhaul. So I ended up unhauling 18. So officially, I recounted like 3 times and unhauled more books 3 times, but like we're officially at 124 unread books. And you guys also know that my reading in November has been abysmal. I've read 3 books. It's officially like, what is it today? November friggin' 25th? So I don't have much time. I don't have much time to go to like read more things. So my plan of action for this weekend, which is also going to be interesting because this weekend is going to be a incredible NaNoWriMo weekend because we're in the last stretch and I really want to give it my all to finish this draft in the next 5 days. We're going to see how well I do, but here's my plan. All right, so number 1 is we're gonna dive into Half Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian. That's gonna happen no matter what. Number 2, I have 2 novellas that I would really like to get through because I think that'll help me get back in a reading mood because they're little and I'm excited about them. This is Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk. And where's the other one? This Is How You Lose the Time War. So I have those 2 on my list. Amazing. Hopefully I can get through these 2 this weekend in like a day, because I don't have any plans for this weekend at all. So we are going to just spend, except for a live stream. Actually 2, because I have a live stream tonight. I was invited to take part in a lovely live stream by Kelly, so I'm very, very excited to do that. It's gonna be a great time. Hopefully I'm gonna get a lot of words in, because that's gonna be my NaNoWriMo time today, is that. After that live stream, I'm gonna dive in to Half Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian. If, in Amazing Perfect World, I finish all 3 of these books, we are gonna dive into this chunky boy, Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Murrell. We are trying to get these books underway, trying to do the best for myself and my own reading by reading things that I want to read, trying to bring reading back into my life as we get into December, because I don't know if you guys saw this morning I put up a video about my December reading plans and it's going to be a game essentially where I roll a d20 to find out what I read, but I can only do that if I don't have that many books in the go. So that's what's happening. And also if you've watched that video, please go vote in the comments which of the books you think I should add to that list. You'll know what I'm talking about if you've watched that video, but yes, please go vote because I need all the votes in the world. But yes, okay, so I'm gonna go drop off those books at the library and then I'm going to try and tackle that 124 physical book TBR. What my goal is with that is to shrink it enough that I'm not worrying again by the end of the year. Will I be able to read 12 more books by the end of the year to bring us down to where we started in 2022? I don't know, because my reading has been shit. So like in a perfect world, yes, because 12 books is reasonable for me to read in a month. I don't know. Also, if the D20 picks freaking Words of Radiance in December, I'm gonna be absolutely screwed because that's 1,000 pages and I cannot read 1,000 pages fast. Well, I can if I really push myself, but you know what I mean. Anyways, my friends, I'm gonna go drop those books off and then I'm gonna talk to you more about some other stuff going on, including the beginnings of my gallery wall. Amazing, but I'll chat with you later. Hello, friends. It is now a little later. It's 15 to 11, quarter to 11. That's how you say that. Finished the live stream with Kelly. It was lovely to hang out. I always love doing live streams like that because it not only gets me productive, but also like introduces me to a bunch of wonderful people on this lovely platform that I, as a mainly a booktuber, don't really know of, you know? Anyways, I wanted to pop in. I got about 1,000 words on the stream because we only did about 35 minutes of sprinting during the stream. It was a shorter one. I'm going to get back to it in a momentito. My computer's over there. But right now, I did mention before that I just realized that there were some presents in view under my tree, unwrapped. But I wanted to pop in because I did mention before that I was going to do, or that I did, an unhaul in my panic about how many unread books that I have on my shelves. So, and I should also preface I never include the classics that I own on that list because I consider my classics collection more of a collectible collection than a reading one, even though I do really love classics. So if I included them, I have well over 200 books on my unread shelf. We're not going to talk about it, but I did want to go through the books that I am unhauling because I do have a big box. I did say I have 18 that I have not read, but I do have a bunch that I have read, some that have been just like chilling in different places in my place for a while. So that's a thing. Also, as you can see on this chair, my friends actually, every time I do an unhaul, I send pictures to my friends and be like, do any of you want these books? And without fail, some of them pick books. So now I have this chair of books as well to go through. So actually we're gonna do that now. So, my friend Sophia is taking my copy of Serpent and Dove and Blood Like Honey? Blood and Honey by Shelby Mahurin. I enjoyed Serpent and Dove when I read it, but I think my time has long passed for me to read the sequel, even though I did pre-order it last year or the year before. It's been a while. I have no interest in this anymore, even though I enjoyed Serpent and Dove. I just don't care enough to pick it up. It's not high on my priority list. I'm getting rid of it, and now Sophia's gonna have it and she's gonna hopefully enjoy it. And then I also have Mother Thing, which I recently read and like didn't really like, so she's gonna get it, and she's gonna get it with all my notes in the back. All my thoughts, which is interesting. But I'm glad I'm gonna rehome that book to somewhere that is going to probably enjoy it more than me, for sure. My lovely friend Yeleni surprisingly picked out this entire stack of books, which is amazing. She's taking The Golem and the Jinni by Helen Wecker. This has been on my physical shelves and my TBR for so long that I'm just like, you know what, I'm never gonna read this. I'm gonna give it away. So Yeleni's taking it. She's also taking Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. When I read this, it gave me a panic attack. Like, it incited one at like 1 in the morning. I also didn't like this book like at all, so not a good time, so she's taking it. She's also taking my 3 Sophie Kinsellas because even though I love Sophie Kinsella, I'm just deciding I'm never gonna read these because there's much better romance out there now. We have The Confessions of a Shopaholic, we have 20s Girl, and we have The Undomestic Goddess. So all 3 of those are going to Yeleni as well. She's also taking The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, The 12 Days of Christmas by Jenny Bayless, which I did read and I enjoyed. I thought it was kind of cute, but not like a super favorite. And she's also taking Yes, No, Maybe So, which is a YA that I have not read. So out of this stack, how many have I not read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are going to my friends that I have not read. All right, let's go into the ones that I have not yet read that I'm getting rid of. Okay, besides those, I also have Tessa Dare's The Duchess Deal. I'm never gonna read it. It's one of those books that I just have for no reason at this point. Amanda Boucher's A Promise of Fire. I'm also getting rid of The Cinder King, The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer, When the Sky Fell on Splendor by Emily Henry, My Plain Jane by a bunch of people. I'm getting rid of The Lilac Girls, which is a historical fiction. I'm getting rid of The Librarian Spy. I'm getting rid of Yellow Crocus. I'm getting rid of an arc of All About Us, which is a Christmas romance. I'm also going to get rid of The Lost Apothecary and The Girl He Used to Know by Tracy Garvis Graves. So those are all the books that I have not yet read and I will not read because I'm getting rid of them. I'm no longer interested in them. They just don't spark joy. They're taking up room on my bookshelves when they don't need to, etc., etc. Those are the ones that I have not read that I'm getting rid of, which is shrinking my huge TBR. Thank goodness. The ones that I have read that I'm getting rid of my copy of Red Rising by Pierce Brown because I just don't think I'm ever gonna read further in this series. It's just not intriguing to me, and if I do, I'll pull it from the library instead of owning it. I'm getting rid of My Lady Jane, which is the counterpart to My Plain Jane. Getting rid of This Poison Heart because I didn't like it and I think someone else will absolutely love this. So giving it to a better home. I'm getting rid of Nevermore because I, again, didn't enjoy it, but everyone else and their mother seems to like this one, so hopefully someone else will find it and love it. I'm getting rid of Blackwater Sister by Zen Cho, which is a urban sci-fi that urban sci-fi? Speculative? Something. Some kind of fantasy sci-fi thing. I didn't enjoy it very much. It wasn't that great. Didn't surprise me. I'm also going to get rid of The Dragons of Autumn Twilight by Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman because DNF'd it, I wasn't interested. And I'm gonna get rid of Bring Me Their Hearts by Sarah Wolf because, again, y'all know I gave this like 2 stars. Didn't like it. I am also getting rid of Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell. Again, DNF'd, didn't like it. I'm getting rid of The Obsidian Tower by Melissa Caruso. Read it, was just okay, not good enough to keep on my shelves when I already have pretty limited space. I'm also getting rid of The Unspoken Name for the same reason. I'm getting rid of Wrath Goddess Sing because I pre-ordered this year, got it, found out that it's incredibly racist and problematic, couldn't return it because it was past the return window, so now I just have to give it away because, yeah. I also am getting rid of The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. I've read this one, but I'm not interested in continuing the series, and I think someone else is gonna absolutely love this one. Same as with, The Poison Heart. Someone else is gonna love it so much more than me. Last few here, we got 2 very problematic authors. We got the same author, Marion Zimmer Bradley. If you guys remember, I did my Friends Pick My TBR Internet edition, and I was reading this one, got 25 pages in, realized how bad it was, went on Goodreads, found out that the author herself is allegedly accused by her own kids of sexually abusing her own kids. So getting rid of my Marion Zimmer Bradley books that I have. What this year has taught me is that I need to not buy books until I am well aware of what the author is like, because there have been too many where I've bought the books and then either had to cancel pre-orders or, in the case of Wrath Goddess Sing, owned it and then found out later. I'm also getting rid of The Dragon Pearl by UNHAULS because I did not like this book. So yeah, that's my unhaul. There's a lot of them, but thankfully it is freeing up some space on my shelf. It's not actually freeing up any space on my shelves. There's been a lot of these books that were just hiding underneath my cabinet for a long time. So instead they're going to new homes. It did free up a little bit of space on my shelves. They're gonna go to the thrift store and these ones are gonna go to my friends. That's the unhaul. But yeah, now I'm gonna get the rest of my NaNoWriMo words in and see where the rest of the evening takes me. But since it's almost already 11, probably not very much farther because I do have my piano lesson in the morning, but good stuff. Oh my gosh, friends, look at that, look at that, look at that glorious number. We just hit the 60,000 word mark on stream with everybody, which is so exciting, Oh my gosh, it's definitely just hit 45K. Look at that. I love it. We're killing the game, guys. We're killing the game. Hello, lovely friends. Happy Saturday. I am here. It is 20 after 4. One of my plant lights just died on me, and I just finished my live stream. Hello, friends. Today's live stream was so lovely, so productive as always. I ended up getting 3,103 words. We are on track to hitting that 70K mark by the end of November. I love to say that. I love saying that. Will I have a finished draft? No, probably not. I got too many zines to write still, but unless some weird magic comes over me in the last few days here, I don't think so. Now I'm gonna settle back on my couch, which is a low-key mess, so ignore that. I ended up today going to my lesson, then I went to IKEA and I got some more frames. I picked up a couple because they were out of their black frames in a 4x6, which is what all my photos are, except for this one. Nope. Except for this one, which is an art piece that my friend did for me, my lovely friend Tessa Brennan, who also did the art that I have as my end screen. So I did this, printed this one in a 5x7. So I picked up actually 2 5x7s because I thought maybe having one matted like this would be fun, so I did that. But they didn't have any more black ones, so I picked up a couple white ones, but I'm not sure how I feel about the white ones. It looks fine, but I don't know how it's gonna go in the overall gallery wall. But what I did do was my stuff in my bedroom. Oh, when you come into my bedroom, my absolutely unmade bed, I had this big empty wall. My room has a lot of empty walls. This wall is so empty, but the issue is when I go by it, whenever I walk by my bed, I am touching the wall. So I can't really put anything here because I touch it and I'm just gonna hit it off the wall, but it's so boring to look at an empty wall. Anyways, hello, is my shelving stuff that I've got together. And I had a couple frames that aren't, like that gold one, this one, and this one, that aren't like good to hang. They don't have any proper hanging stuff on the back, and I'm just worried that the frames are gonna fall apart because they're old and they're from the thrift store. So I just put them on these shelves instead. But what I bought this lovely plaque at at IKEA today, which I thought was very fitting. It was only like $4 maybe. I also picked up this plant, which is kind of cute. It's one of those fake plants, but it just adds a little something something. And then there's another one of my white frames, and then a picture with my friends, my grandpa, and then a cross stitch that my friend SJ did for me. But yeah, I ended up doing that, and I think it just adds a little something something. You know, it just adds to this wall, which I like. That's what I was doing today. I went to IKEA and did that. Then I did a grocery shop, which was so expensive. Groceries are so expensive, my guys. And then I came home and did my live stream. We love to see it. But now I want to read and get cozy. So maybe I should clean up my couch a little bit because it's very, very messy. But it's just a lot of like my tote bag and stuff. I'm gonna get in on my couch and I'm gonna start reading. I think I'm gonna start reading Half Sick of Shadows. We're gonna see how that one goes, and then we'll see what I end up getting up to after that. Maybe if I want to dive into one of those novellas or something, but we'll see. That's the plan for the rest of the afternoon or evening, I guess. It's already 4:20. I don't know what I'm gonna be making for dinner. It'll be something. I have a couple things that I could make. I might make a butternut squash pasta for I've never had butternut squash in my life, but I picked one up from the store today, and I'm intrigued to give it a try, but I don't know how it's gonna go. So I might leave that for another day, or I might do like a fresh orzo, because I also bought some veg, so I might do that as well. Who knows? Whatever I do make will be good for leftovers. This blanket is so big. On the back of my couch, it's huge. I'm excited about all of my little decor pieces that I'm slowly gathering, my friends. I'm so excited to have that gallery wall up. This wall is gonna be so beautiful. Tomorrow I'm going over to mom and dad's for dinner, yet again, of course, and I'm going to steal my mom's roll of brown paper, and I'm going to cut out all the shapes of my frames, label them, and throw it up on the wall and see what kind of shape I like best so that I can, you know, nail them or put command strips where I need to, so it like, I plan it out before I put it up, because that's a better idea than just, you know, free balling it, I guess. That's a weird way to say that, but that's the only thing I can think of. That's the update for today. It's been a little chaotic, but that's all right. I'm excited nonetheless. I will chat with you a little later as an update as to what I'm reading and how I'm feeling about it. Hello, my darling friends. It is a little bit later now, and I have just received the best news. I was so sad earlier this month when I found out that Netflix took The Holiday off of its streaming services, because that is my favorite movie of all time, and I watch it so many times at Christmases, it's probably illegal. But and so it's not on the streaming service anymore, and I looked on the other streaming services I have access to, and they don't have it either. So I was very sad, and I was gonna buy it. But then my mom just called me and she said, hey, guess what? And I'm like, what? And she goes, you can get The Holiday through Roku on CTV for free. So I have queued it up and I'm gonna watch The Holiday. What a good day. I made a killer dinner. I made orzo, which was very delicious. I used a recipe off of TikTok that I found. It's from the company called Mob on TikTok. They also have a couple cookbooks that I'm interested in looking at one day, but I tried that orzo and it was very good. It was the Primavera orzo. I did a little bit of adjustments to it. I added a little bit of milk to make it creamier, and I added Parmesan to the sauce like I usually do with my pasta, but otherwise it was pretty good. It needed more flavors though, so I think next time I'm gonna do more with it. I might do like more garlic or something, but anyways, that's what I did for dinner. And then I know I said I was gonna start reading at like 4 something, but like the day slipped away from me and I started at 8:30. Anyways, I am 106 pages in to Half Sick of Shadows, and this is already solidifying itself as a favorite. The writing is delicious. I'm loving the way the story is being told, and I can feel the way that this is gonna rip my entire soul apart. I can feel it. I can just feel it. There's also, if you are at all curious about reading this book, there's an author's note at the beginning that warns of different mental health and suicide topics that are touched on in this book, so definitely look up trigger warnings. But, okay, so this book starts with, I will die drowning. It has always been known. This was my first vision long before I knew it for what it was, and I've had it so many times now that I know each instant by heart. Where most visions are ephemeral things, shifting and changing in different lights and at different angles, this one is always so solid that it leaves its bruises on my mind and soul long after it ends. And every once in a while, when you're reading Elaine, our main character, the Lady of Shalott, when you're reading her visions, it switches tenses to a will be verb. And I love it. My little Arthurian legend and my little English major heart is so happy, and I am annotating this like crazy. It is so beautiful. It is delicious. There's some beautiful, beautiful quotes in here. Literally page 9. Elaine is talking to Nimue, the Lady of the Lake, and she says, but we're safe here. All of us. And Nimue goes, and you will always be safe here, she says, and now there is no mistaking the sadness in her, leaking out to color her voice. But you were not raised to be safe. You were raised to be heroes. Excuse me? Who, Laura Sebastian, who let you be this beautiful with your words? Anyways, I'm 100 pages in, and I'm going to watch The Holiday. I really want to almost savor this book, so I think tomorrow I'm going to try tackle one of those novellas, because that'll only take me like an hour maybe. So I'm going to try and do that, and then I'll keep trucking my way through Half Sacred Shadows in the next couple of days, just so I can really savor it. But once the holiday's over, it's 2 hours long. It'll take me till 12:30. Maybe I'll read a little more, because it is Saturday night, so who cares about time? Not me. Anyways, I'm excited. I got a treat, and I got the movie queued up, so we're gonna go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna start. Oh, I'm so excited. It's so quiet. My favorite movie of all time. Friends, happy Sunday. It's been the ultimate lazy Sunday. Slept in, and I've just been hanging out, and I just finished reading This Is How You Lose the Time War. I don't know how to feel about this book. It's beautifully written. Do I understand it? Barely. It's interesting. I'm really gonna have to let this one sit and stew in my brain. It's gorgeous. Like, from what I understand, it's gorgeous. Emphasis on what I understand. If you haven't read This Is How You Lose the Time War, or don't know what it's about these two people, these two women, red and blue, who are interplanar and time beings, who are both on either side of this war. And from what I understand is that they are going around within their separate agencies trying to weave something into winning this time war that spans like all of history, and they can go back and forth in time and stuff like that. They meet and they start leaving each other. They don't actually meet, they just start leaving each other letters, where it starts like as a teasing kind of a thing, like, we're gonna win this war, and then it ends up with them falling in love and leaving trails of themselves in these really complicated letters that aren't actually letters in some cases. They're like, there's one case where Blue grew the letter out of a tree stump over like a millennia for Red to read, and I think it's just beautiful. But I don't understand a lot of it, which is kind of interesting. So this is probably going to be a rereading one. A rereading and a study one for sure. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm just going to kind of vibe, I think, for a bit before I go to Mom and Dad's for dinner later. Get my nano words in at some point. I'm not in the mood to write right now, so maybe a later kind of a situation. But glad that I got through this, because y'all know I needed to read stuff. But yeah, yesterday I only got to page 100 of Half Sacred Shadows by Laura Sebastian, so I'm that far in, and I do want to also read this, so maybe that's what I'll do now. I'll pick this back up. But I really did enjoy the holiday yesterday. It was a good time. It was lovely. I'm glad that I could spend my Saturday night watching that. We love to see it. That's really all that's going on. There's not a lot going on this weekend, which I'm kind of glad about. I need a break from life. So that's what my weekends always are. It's just me hanging out and relaxing. But yeah, I'm gonna just kind of hole up here for a little longer and see what I get up to. But anyways, my friends, I will catch up with you a little later. Hello. Where is my child? What? Excuse you? Hello! Hello, gorgeous. Oh, are you doing a stretch? Hello. Come on. I know. Hi. Hi, sweet girl. You were in the basement. What were you doing in the basement? Mom's got her trees up. She's got her little village. She's got this little baby one, and I wanted to show you guys. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it when it's all lit up. You don't quite get the atmosphere through the camera, but like, I'm obsessed. But this is the best one here. Look at this. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Monday. What is with this one bang? I saw it in the viewfinder and I was like, I need to go flatten it. And in the mirror, it doesn't look like that. But in here, it looks like a little horn. So we're gonna just try ignore it. Hi, friends. Happy Monday. I'm here back home eating. It's like 20 to 10. I'm tired. But I wanted to pop in and officially close out this vlog because I haven't done that yet. Yeah, what a lovely vlog this has been. It has been an attempt, wasn't really a successful attempt, at trying to read more books in November. I ended up reading exactly one, which is the list of Time War, but I ended up giving this one 3.5 stars. I slept on it and like, I think my confusion is still pretty high on it, so I just don't know how to feel about it, and I ran it through Compile, ended up being a 3.5 star book for me, was just okay. After that, I think like I have an issue with like the euphoria of reading books in one sitting, making it feel better to me, you know? That's a 3.5 star book. I read 100 pages of Half Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian, which I'm gonna try and continue this week in the next few days. I'm also gonna be trying to finish up NaNoWriMo in the next few days, but I have zero motivation right now to write. Who knows how this is gonna go in the next few days, but only a couple days left of November, so we'll see. But yeah, otherwise that's about it, my friends. So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Let me know down below how excited you are for December. And if you have any fun reading plans planned for the month as we get closer to. I'm excited to do my little reading exercise once I have no writing to really worry about in December. I'm gonna kind of take a little bit of a break. I do also want to try and get some editing done on a second story so that like in the new year I can kick that third draft into high gear, but we'll see what ends up happening. It is the end of the year, so my entire brain and essence is just like not wanting to do a single thing. We'll see how it goes. But yes, my lovely friends, I'll see you in another one of these videos very, very soon, because I hope to have many of them up for you in December. As you guys know, I got lots of content planned. So I'll catch you in another one very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.